Chalo, should I start? Should I start? Can you hear me? Everyone, can you hear me? Can you hear me properly? Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Okay, I have shared the screen. Uh, we'll start with next topic from toxicology, that is cardiac poisons. Next classification of poisons is cardiac poisons. Uh, okay, so from cardiac poisons, this is the another group of irritant poisons. So this cardiac poison, first cardiac poison, we will see digitalis purpura. It is digitalis purpura. Common name of, now you might have heard this name digitalis purpura in our homeopathic materia medica also, uh, where uh, where one second. Okay, so in homeopathic materia medica, you might have heard the name digitalis. It is a very good homeopathic medicine, also prepared from this plant, digitalis purpura. So common name of digitalis purpura is foxglove. Common name is foxglove. It generally grows, or it grows nicely in England. The parts of the plant which contain the active principles are roots and seeds. So roots and seeds contain the active principles. And again, can be asked as a 2 mark question. This is asked as a 2 mark question. Active principles of digitalis. So active principles of digitalis are digoxin, digitoxin, digitalin, and digitalin, which is C. Which is see the spelling, slight difference in the spelling. There is one extra e in second digitalin. So the important active principles are glycosides, digitoxin, digitalin, digitalin, and digitonin. You can write at least three or four are to be written, so that you will get 2 marks. So it is very commonly asked as a 2 mark question, active principles of digitalism, and all these are poisonous. All these are poisonous, and they all act on the heart. So digitalis, its main action is on the heart, particularly on the heart muscle. And used therapeutically, digitalis is also used therapeutically in the failing heart. If the patient is suffering from cardiac failure, if the patient has got cardiac failure, this digitalis and its so many preparations are available in the market. They are used very nicely and effectively in the field of medicine for failing heart. So it acts directly on the heart muscle and improves the function of failing heart. It depresses the cardiac excitability and conductivity. So in poisonous dose, it depresses the cardiac excitability and conductivity, causing failure of the heart. Now you can see very beautiful flowers. These are the photos of digitalis. Flowers are so beautiful, so nice looking delicate flowers are there. So all these are the different shades, different colors of flowers of digitalis. You can see it's very nice. Photos are also there. I have displayed its photos in our FMT department also. uh, okay, so this is the plant, or these are the flowers of digitalis. Again I repeat, its active principles are digitoxin, digitalin and digitonin. See the spellings properly. Its main action is on the heart. Now we'll see the signs and symptoms of digitalis poisoning. So it after swallowing, after oral intake of digitalis, it causes nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, depression, headache, giddiness. All these are the general symptoms. When it has been taken orally, it will cause this symptom: nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, because of the local action of the poison on the gastrointestinal tract, on the stomach. It will cause abdominal pain. Irritation of the intestine will cause diarrhea, depression, headache and giddiness. And its remote action, that is absorption. When it will be absorbed systemically, it will have its target tissue or target organ as heart. Heart will be the target organ for digitalis because it is a cardiac poison. So acting on the heart, it will cause bradycardia. It will suppress the action of the heart. It will act directly on the cardiac muscles. It will act directly on the myocardium, so that their function will be reduced and person will get severe bradycardia, that is 20 beats per minute. Patient will develop heart block, extra systoles. There will be extra systoles will also be there, that is disturbed conductivity. And because of failing heart, there will be faintness, slow and sighing respiration. Patient will become drowsy and can go into coma. ECG is diagnostic. So if you suspect for such a cardiac poison, you should go for ECG, because ECG will show so many changes in the conduction, in its cardiac activity and all the functions of the myocardium. So ECG is diagnostic. Fatal dose of digitalis is 15 to 30 milligram, 15 to 30 milligram or 4 milligram of digitoxin, and fatal period is around half an hour to 24 hours. Patient will die within 24 hours. Treatment: patient should be kept warm and at rest. Patient should be kept warm and at rest. Stomach wash should be given with tannic acid solution because it will act as a stimulant. Diuretic should be avoided, because what happens in case of cardiac failure, patient will have edema on the face, edema on the lower limb and all. So one can go for diuretics, but here in case of failing heart, diuretic should not be given. Then atropine can be given to stimulate the action of the heart, because patient is having bradycardia. And what is the function of atropine? We have seen in datura poison. What is the action of atropine? Atropine will increase the heart rate, because the patient is having bradycardia. When the pulse rate drops considerably, you should go for atropine. Injection atropine can be given to increase the heart rate. EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetate, will lower the serum calcium, and patient should be continuously monitored on ECG. The patient should be continuously monitored on ECG for further deterioration of the heart. Post-mortem appearance, nothing specific because the action is on the heart, so no much pathological changes will occur. Medical legal aspect, accidental overdose can occur. Accidental overdose, because I told you, digitalis is used widely in the cardiac failure. In the cases of cardiac failure, it's the tablets of digitalin by the name digoxin. Digoxin comes in the tablet form, so it is used as a medical preparation in failing heart. If the patient is having cardiac failure, this digitalis is used as a treatment or as a therapeutic agent. So occasionally the person can get overdose of such a preparation and can develop cardiac failure. Rarely homicidal. Another medical legal aspect is digitalis can be used to kill someone because no suspicion of poisoning is found. अगर किसी को डिजिटलिस देके किसी ने मार दिया, उसको खून कर दिया, तो भी पता नहीं चलेगा. बिकॉज क्यों पता नहीं चलेगा? क्योंकि there will be no any suspicion of poisoning. No suspicion of poisoning will be found. Body में कुछ भी, we have seen in postmortem appearance, nothing specific is there. The patient will die because of some cardiac disturbances, and even on postmortem examination nothing will be detected. That's why the poisoning cannot be suspected. It will be considered as patient has died by some heart attack or some other cardiac abnormality or some heart disease. So that's why it can be used for homicidal purpose rarely. And important is accidental overdose in case of medical preparation. This is very short, small poison, asked as a 5-mark short note. Digitalis poisoning can be asked as a 5-mark short, a very short topic. Next cardiac poison is oleander. Now oleander is available in the nature in two forms, white oleander and yellow oleander. So oleander is available in the nature in two forms, white and yellow oleander. Anyone knows what is oleander in Marathi? What it is called? Oleander. Anyone? What is the what we call oleander in Marathi? बगीचे में घर के आजू बाजू में उसके पौधे रहते हैं, उसको बहुत अच्छे अच्छे फूल भी आते हैं, अच्छे फूल आते हैं उसको, कुछ को व्हाइट आते हैं, कुछ को पिंक कलर के। Kaner, yes, Kaner. Oleander, also it is called Nerium. Have you heard of Nerium? Oleander is another name for oleander is Nerium. It is called as Kaner in Marathi. कनेरीची फुलं खूप छान फुलं असतात त्याला. So that is oleander. So it is available in the nature in two forms, white oleander and yellow oleander. All the parts of the plant are poisonous. All the parts of the plant are poisonous. Active principle again ask as a 2 mark question. किसी ना किसी दो पॉइजन के एक्टिव प्रिंसिपल आती ही है, किसी ना किसी एक या दो पॉइजन के फैटल डोज एंड फैटल पीरियड आता ही है. सो यू विल हैव टू स्टडी इन डिटेल and remember the active principles of all the poison. So active principles of oleander are three glycosides, important three glycosides. They are nereodorin. Nereodorin, see the spelling, there is extra E is there. Nereodorin and carabin. So these three poisons are there. Three active principles are there in the poison. The action of nereodorin is same as digitalis because it causes death by cardiac failure. So patient will die because of the action of nereodorin by cardiac failure. And another active principle, nereodorin, where there is one E extra, nereodorin, it is having action similar to strychnine. So oleander contains the active principles out of which one will act as a digitalis, that is nereodorin, will kill the patient by cardiac failure, and another is nereodorin with E extra. It will cause muscle twitching, tetanic spasm of all the skeletal muscles, and these tetanic spasms or these convulsions are more powerful than those of strychnine. So these tetanic convulsions caused by neurodorin are more violent or more aggressive than strychnine. So two types of poisons, two types of different active principles will act completely differently. So one will induce cardiac failure and another will induce strychnine like poisoning, that is tetanic spasm, muscle twitching, tetanic spasm and convulsions like opisthotonus and that we have seen. And third, the most dangerous of all these three, nereodorin and carabin, out of all these three, the most dangerous is this carabin because it acts on the heart like digitalis and on the spinal cord like strychnine. So acting on the heart, it will cause cardiac failure just like digitalis, and acting on the spinal cord, it will cause violent tetanic spasms including opisthotonus and all, just like strychnine. So this is the most dangerous of all the three active principles, carabin. So carabin will togetherly act on the heart as well as on the spinal cord, causing cardiac failure as well as convulsion. So these are the three types of different active principles which are having completely different action on the body. Nereodorin acting on the heart causing cardiac failure, nereodorin acting on the spinal cord causing convulsions and tetanic spasm, and carabin acting on heart like digitalis and acting on spinal cord like strychnine. This is what I told you. So it is, see the middle one you might have seen, middle image you might have seen, Kaner. It is present even in our college campus also. In college campus also, in the garden, the plant of Nerium is present. These are the other varieties. These are the other varieties of flowers. These two are very commonly seen. This is Nerium or what we call Kaner, oleander. Now we'll see the signs and symptoms. Signs and symptoms of white oleander. So on swallowing the oleander, white oleander particularly, it will cause, because of local irritative action on the gastrointestinal tract, it will cause vomiting, pain in abdomen, frothy or thick salivation, restlessness. All these are general symptoms patient will have because of action on the heart. Patient will have slow and weak pulse, and because of the action of carabin, because of the action of third active principle, that is carabin, patient will have difficult swallowing with locked jaw. Slow and weak pulse is because of action on heart, and difficult swallowing and locked jaw is because of action on spinal cord. So there will be muscle twitching. Tetanus, it is affecting only one side of the body, causing exhaustion, drowsiness, coma, and ultimately death. Okay, I had lost the network for some time. Everyone can hear me? Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Yes, yes, yes. I had lost the. Ha, ha. Okay, okay. I had lost the network for some time. Okay. So vomiting, pain in abdomen, then involvement of spinal cord by its active principle causing muscle twitching, tetanus, and affecting one side causing exhaustion, drowsiness, coma, and ultimately death. And also involvement of the heart will cause slow and weak pulse, weak, that is feeble pulse. Fatal dose 15 gram of root of oleander. 15 grams of root of oleander can kill the adult within 24 hours. So fatal period is 24 hours. So fatal dose is 15 grams of root. All the parts of the plant are poisonous, but 15 grams of root can kill the adult in 24 hours. Treatment: stomach wash. You will have to go for stomach wash. Anesthetic. Why anesthetic? Why we will give anesthetic? Anyone? Why we will give anesthetic? To control the convulsions, because we have seen the three active principles. Out of this, the carabine will cause strychnine like convulsions as well as digitalis like heart affection. Nereodorin will be acting on the spinal cord causing strychnine like poisoning. That's why patient will have convulsions. So to control the convulsions for relaxation of the muscle, as we have studied in strychnine poisoning, in Naxomica poisoning, you will have to achieve the relaxation of all the muscles by giving anesthetic or barbiturate, short acting barbiturate, and morphine to relieve the pain, because in those painful spasmodic condition, it will be very painful condition, that is spasm of all the muscles, just like strychnine, it is very painful condition, so you will need morphine also. Post-mortem appearance not specific. Medical legal aspect. Medical legal aspect, the roots are used for suicidal purpose by girls in rural areas. ग्रामीण भागामध्ये the girls living in the rural area use these roots for suicidal purpose. Another important medical legal aspect of oleander is it is used locally as well as internally to induce the abortion. The abortion करायचं असेल, unwanted pregnancy वगैरे असेल, and if the lady doesn't want to continue with the pregnancy, or in case of pregnancy in unmarried women, these roots of oleander are taken internally, that is orally as well as locally, they are introduced into the vagina to induce the abortion. Another thing, कॅटल पॉइझन, म्हणजे काही प्राण्यांना मारायचं असेल, काही आजारी प्राणी किंवा देर आर सो मेनी कंडिशन्स वेन द ॲनिमल्स आर किल्ड, किंवा दुसऱ्या कोणाची जनावर मारायची असतील, सो टू किल द ॲनिमल्स दिस roots of oleander are mixed with the food of the animals, and also the juice of roots is used for, म्हणजे प्राण्यांचं जे खाद्य असतं त्यांना ते देतात ना, ते बारीक करून कडवा कुट्टी वगैरे प्राण्यांना खाऊ घालतात. So this fodder of the animals is mixed with the roots or juice of the roots. The roots, oleanderच्या मुळांचा, oleanderच्या rootचा ज्यूस काढतात and that is to be mixed with the fodder and it is inserted into animal's rectum. मग त्याचा एक bolus तयार करून that is inserted into the animal's rectum and that will cause death of the animal. So that is the medical legal aspect. The suicide by eating the roots of the oleander, commonly done by the girls living in the rural area. Then roots are used locally as well as internally for abortion, and oleander is also used as a cattle poison. It is mixed with the fodder of the animal and inserted into animal's rectum. Particularly use of the roots is used. Again, this is a short topic, that is white oleander. Now we'll see yellow oleander. Yellow oleander, again it is highly poisonous. See the active principles. See the active principles of yellow oleander. Thevetin is cardiac, thevotoxin less toxic, and Cerberin is strychnine like. So just like white oleander, only the names are different. Only the names are different. In yellow oleander, the active principles are thevetin, causing digitalis like action, thevotoxin, that is less toxic, and cerberin is having strychnine like action. So signs and symptoms: burning pain in the mouth. There will be burning in the mouth, tingling of tongue, जीभ बधीर होते, मुंग्या येतात, tingling of the tongue, dryness of throat, vomiting, diarrhea because of intestinal irritation, headache, dizziness and dilatation of the pupils, and drowsiness, coma and cardiac symptom because it is acting on the heart. Fatal dose 8 to 10 seeds, 8 to 10 seeds of yellow oleander. Now you just don't confuse. In case of white oleander, all the parts of the plant are poisonous. Particularly roots are used as a poison, and in yellow oleander, the poisonous part of the plant is what? Seeds. Seeds are used as a poisonous substance. The fatal period is smaller, it is around 2 to 3 hours. Treatment: stomach wash is to be given. Stomach wash, so, IV sodium lactose should be given to combat acidosis, and that will take care of the general condition of the patient. Now very important medical legal aspect of yellow oleander. Yellow oleander resist putrefaction. It can be detected from putrefied bodies even several years after the death. मौत के कई महीने बाद, कई सालों बाद भी मतलब बॉडी पूरी पूरी तरह से सड़ चुकी है, then also this yellow oleander can be detected from putrefied bodies because it resists putrefaction. So other poisons are arsenic. We have seen arsenic, cannabis indica, this one yellow oleander, and tobacco. So these are some of the poisons which resist putrefaction. There are some poisons. I have already enlisted them while discussing while studying the previous topics or previous poisons. Remember, yellow oleander resists putrefaction. It can be detected from putrefied bodies several years after death. कई सालों तक वो वैसे ही रहेगा and can be detected in the dead bodies. Medical legal aspect: pulp of seeds is crushed. We have seen the fatal dose is 8 to 10 seeds. So seeds are most poisonous part of the plant. So these seeds are crushed. The seeds are crushed. Its paste is prepared and it is used for suicide by the females, and also used as a abortifacient to induce the abortion and as a cattle poison. So this is all about yellow oleander. So we have seen three short poisons today: digitalis, which is a cardiac poison; white oleander, which is also cardiac poison, and its medical legal aspect we have seen; and yellow oleander, which resists putrefaction and it is also used for suicidal purpose by girls, by women, and also to induce the abortion. So this is all about digitalis, white oleander and yellow oleander. Any one of them can be asked as a 5-mark short note. Okay, so today we have finished with three poisons. Okay then, any problem? There is, I think there is nothing difficult or nothing, anything like that which will have anyone will have any problem as such. All these three are very simple poison. If you know the action, you can easily write signs and symptoms. The important thing that you will have to remember is active principles, fatal dose, and the part used. And one more important thing is medical legal aspect. Medical legal aspect is important. So white oleander, it is used as a abortifacient. White oleander used as a abortifacient, and uh, yellow oleander, it reduces putrefaction, and also it is used for killing the animals by mixing the white oleander that is mixed with the fodder of the animals, and it is used for killing the animal, that is cattle poison. It is used as a cattle poison. Okay, then I think it's enough today. Today I am already in the hospital actually. Today also I was a bit busy, I had no time to take the lecture, but somehow I managed to take your lecture for half an hour. So I'm in COVID center only. Uh, okay, then I think I should stop here. Okay, I will end the meeting for all. Chalo, bye. See you. Bye, everyone.